I'm your brother Jethro.
And I'm your sister Imogen.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Your Brother and Sister podcast.
Welcome. Hello.
Imogen, what is something that's happened in the last 24 hours that no one would know unless you told them?
Well, I just mentioned to you that I'm getting over a 24-hour cold, and I counted how many tissues were on my floor when I woke up this morning. You want to take a guess?
Is it over 12?
Yes.
Over 20?
No.
17?
No.
15?
Dude, you get one guess.
Oh.
Jethro does this thing where, like, if we say, Jethro, guess something, he will continue to guess until you finally say what the answer is. So he hopefully gets closer and closer.
Yeah.
It was 16 tissues.
That was going to be my last guess.
Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm. Jethro, what's something that's happened to you in the last 24 hours we wouldn't know unless you told us?
You know the board game Risk?
Yes.
I bought the PS4 version of that.
Oh.
And I stayed up until 3 a.m. last night playing it.
I heard you playing it.
And yeah, so I was playing Risk until 3 a.m. on my PS4.
Did you win?
Yeah, the last game I won.
Okay. Do you play against other people with that?
No, at the moment it's just against
Just the computer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And they're good, so
Yeah.
I'm glad I got the finish on a win so I could go to bed happy. Would you like to light the conversation candle
Sure
today?
thing. Let's do it.
Alrighty. And again, for those just listening, Imogen is lighting the conversation candle. Well done. Alrighty.
So what are we talking about today?
Just a shorter one. If you had to go back in time and experience something for the first time again, what would you do? What would it be? This can also be a specific moment, or it can be kind of like a season or a week. If it was just like holidays and you want to re-feel just what the lead up to the holidays were, or being on holidays were, what would the moment be?
Two things actually come to mind. Can I say both of them?
Absolutely not. No, yeah, fine. that's all good.
The first thing that came to mind was snorkeling in the Great Barrier Reef and just being under the water and just kind of re-experiencing that feeling, like we were talking about in the last episode about inner peace. So yeah, that was the first thing that comes to mind. The second thing that came to mind was at the very, very start of my relationship, like how did I feel about my now ex? How did I feel about him? And I'd like to experience that again, just kind of what feelings did I have towards him? Were they towards him, or were they more feelings coming from hope or something, or like expectation, you know? So
Interesting.
yeah.
So you'd go back and kind of analyze, might not be the right word, but like
I'd observe.
Observe.
I
Yeah.
would be way more observant than I was back then, just of like what is actually going on, like what am I actually feeling? Yeah.
Interesting. I like those answers. Because the snorkeling was earlier this year, right? Right. And then the start of the relationship was nearly 10 years ago.
Yeah. 9 years ago. Yeah, 9 years ago now.
And for those who don't know, how long were you together for?
8.5 years. Yeah. Yeah. So it was July, August, September, October, November. Yeah. 9 years, 4 months ago now.
Wow.
I would have, yeah, I'd like to just have known what I was feeling. Like, did I like him? Did I like the idea of being in a relationship more? Like, I don't remember. So I'd go back and experience that again.
It's interesting that you have all that insight now out of a relationship. So going
Yeah.
into it, like the next one, you can kind of like prepare yourself and know what to kind of look out for.
Yeah, but it would be great if I could remember what it was
Yeah.
like beforehand so that I have that knowledge going into something new. Whereas I feel like I'm starting from scratch, and that's why I would like to know if I could go back
Fair
to
enough.
a moment. It would be that as well. Yeah. What about you?
I was thinking about this earlier this week, hence the question, bringing it up. It's, for those who are watching in the future, it's coming up to Christmas. It's the last week of November at the moment, is it? Yeah. And I was thinking back to primary school when
That's a long way away.
that's 11, 12, 10 or 11 years ago now, since graduating primary school. And the feeling of, specifically grade 6, the feeling of packing away all the tables in the last week, doing colouring, doing no work,
Yeah, that fun time
candy
of school.
canes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the teachers like, just do what you want, just don't hurt each other.
Yeah.
And you just hang out with your friends, and it's Christmas, and you're looking forward to the holiday. And I think that week, I always liked that week a lot, especially not just, well, now because it's like Christmas, I'm thinking of that time specifically, but the end of the term when you would pack away the tables and everything, and it feels like the anticipation of like just hanging out with your friends, you don't have to worry about schoolwork or anything. And so
Specifically grade 6 week, or like
Yeah.
just every week that of school like that?
no, just specifically that
Okay.
last week of grade 6. I remember just walking to school and just feeling like, oh, this is going to be a fun week. And it was a fun week
That's cool.
because you just eat candy canes and draw and colour and play games with the class and everything. And yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've been feeling a bit nostalgic about that. So I thought I'll ask you if you had to go back and experience something again for the first time. So is there anything like that? Like, was it like that when you were in primary school?
In grade 7, I remember playing a game on, I think it was, we had to go to Cool Math Games to actually be able to play it. You know,
Yep.
you'd be able to like bypass all of the different kind of blocked websites to get to the games that you wanted to play.
Yeah, yeah.
It was called Fireboy and Water Girl. And it was like a dual player thing. So I remember playing with my friend, her name was Ebony, and she had like the arrow keys and I had like the SWAD keys or whatever. And we got through so many levels of Fireboy and Water Girl. We worked so well together. It was great. I really remember that. That was like one of the last days of grade 7. But yeah, like all the desks and tables were packed away. Half the class wasn't there because kids just stopped coming. But it was so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Kids just won't show up. And so it's like more small and you hope like your friends show up. And
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah. And the
Yeah.
teachers really don't care what's going on. They're just like, just don't bother me and don't
Yeah.
get into trouble.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. No, I do remember that. That was really cool.
Yeah. Well, let us know if you have any like memories like that in terms of primary school and experience and just that kind of end of year
Yeah.
feeling.
Or what would you go back and relive again for the first time? Or what would you go back and kind of re-experience if you could?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. It is a shorter one today. So
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see
Thank
you in
you.
the next one.
bye.
Bye.